Yes?
I brought some hay for your horse.
My horse? Say, I'm not riding a horse today. That has been written out of the script. Paul Revere is walking these days.
But in rehearsal,
Rehearsal? Listen, I never knew anything so full of hay could be so hard.
I know. Yesterday, I was...
Yesterday was yesterday. Yesterday, I was rehearsing on that horse. And you know, all of a sudden, that horse jumped up in the air, wheeled around, stuck his foot in the stirrup.
What did you do?
I screamed, if you're getting on, I'm getting off. Hi, Oliver.
What the? Huh?
We don't have to plant our nose inside some stuffy textbook prose at Fifth Street School. 'Cause each and every page of facts are much more fun than Tagger Jacks. 'Cause Fifth Street's our school. History is something that we all know about. We go there and meet the people right face to face. Ask them ourselves what kind of folks it takes to be heroes. Kids don't have to plant their nose inside some stuffy textbook prose at Fifth Street School. 'Cause each and every page of facts are much more fun than Tagger Jacks. 'Cause Fifth Street's our school. Oh, we'll have the time reading our lines, and all our friends will help us know them. We are from Fifth Street School.
Gather ye all, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere.
Say, that's mighty pretty.
Thank you, Oliver. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yes. Gather ye all, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere.
Say, isn't it a little dangerous to go riding at midnight?
Well, Oliver,
I was really worried because it's not safe to ride at midnight. Especially a pretty thing like you.
Say, did I hear someone talking about going riding at midnight?
Laura and me, we were just discussing midnight riding.
Oh, that's dangerous. But as long as she has you along, Oliver, I guess it's okay. But you better tell Toby.
Tell Toby what?
About Oliver and Laura. They're going to go on a joyride at midnight.
They are what? I'll be right there.
That's my signal to get out while the getting's good.
oh, I start out reading a poem and wind up reading the riot act. Hey, will this room please come to order?
Oliver, what are you doing?
Do you want to know what I'm doing? Do you really want to know? I'm getting out of here.
Not until you tell me why you're meeting Laura at midnight.
The only date I have at midnight is with a good comic book and a piece of banana cake.
Well, are you going to tell me? Or do I have to read about it in the Fifth Street School Gossip Gazette?
You want to know what it's all about? I'll tell you. It's about Longfellow. Now stick that in your shell, turtle.
Longfellow? I wonder if he's a new kid in school. Laura, please, give me a break.
What kind of a break would you like? Arm, leg?
You're not being fair. I don't even know this Longfellow. What's his name? Does he play basketball?
I'll give you a hint. He was born in 1807.
1807? I've heard of older men, but that's ridiculous.
Toby, you're getting upset over nothing.
Just give me this Longfellow's full name.
All right. Henry Wadsworth.
Aha! Henry Wadsworth. That's it. Henry Wadsworth. Aha!
Now, are you satisfied?
No, because I never heard of him either.
You've never heard of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, the poet?
No.
Oh, how can you be so...
Longfellow, the poet. That doesn't change a thing. Where were you planning on going at midnight?
Not me, Paul Revere.
Oh, I feel like a fool.
I'm surprised at you, Toby, thinking that I would run off with another man.
I found it. Longfellow was a poet. And he wrote a poem about Paul. Say, did I come in at a good time or a bad time?
Toby was just about to eat his words.
He should really try banana pudding. It's much more nourishing.
Will I get it all over my face? Like egg?
Do you really have egg on your face? Say, I'll bet you're just funning me.
I beg you to continue.
Let's see. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, he wrote about the village blacksmith, the wreck of the Hesperus, and my favorite, Hiawatha. And he even wrote about the courtship of Miles Standish.
And he was one thing you're not, Tobias Turtle, an understanding man. And besides the poem about Paul Revere, Longfellow wrote The Children's Hour.
What's the Children's Hour?
A poem. Often I think of the beautiful town that's seated by the sea. Often in thought go up and down the pleasant streets of that dear old town, and my youth comes back to me.
How beautiful.
Did you really like it?
Like a banana split on a warm summer night. Good gosh, I almost forgot to eat my lunch. I gotta go. See ya.
It's amazing how much trouble we get ourselves into.
You helped.
What, me? How can that be?
You know exactly what I mean, you sly devil.
And all I was really trying to be is nice. In my own special way, of course.
I made a fool of myself over a poet.
Oh, watch out for that guy.
What guy?
Longfellow. He's got a date with Laura tonight, and the two have never met.
Of course they haven't met. Mr. Longfellow has been dead for over 100 years.
Has anybody told Laura?
Well, he's pretty famous, you know. He wrote poems about lots of famous people, including Miles Standish and Paul Revere.
Paul Revere? So that's why Laura was ranting and raving about a midnight ride.
Oh, he was some hero.
Yep. The redcoats are coming, and all that stuff.
What a wonderful silversmith he was. And his designs are still in use to this very day.
Listen, I understand he was even part of the Boston Tea Party.
You mean when he wasn't busy warning?
Yep. He was pushing tea into Boston Harbor, and when he wasn't making tea parties, he was making crests for the revolutionaries.
Well, I really made a mess of things.
Yep.
And I'm never going to jump to conclusions again.
Right. Things are not always what they seem.
Yeah. People can get the wrong idea. We should all stop and think before we fly off the handle.
Now pay attention to this, all right?
Okay.
I'll try to explain. I have seen a lot of things in life that weren't exactly what they appeared to be.
Like what?
Well, things that on the surface seem so simple, but take a little effort just to see. Words can sometimes take us on a joyride through a book or in a magazine.
I like to read.
Painting pictures in our mind of one thing, while the author saw a different scene.
Oh.
Do-dee-do. New England isn't new, or really England. New Mexico is old and just a state.
Aha.
Listen to this. Indians in the West, they don't live in India.
No?
No. And Turkey don't come from the Middle East.
I knew that.
Yeah, China isn't always made in China. Grease is found in wheels and not in grease. These are words that sometimes can confuse us.
I'll say.
Words that sometimes don't mean what they seem.
The meaning.
That's what we should always want to know.
Right.
You said it.
The meaning
Is the most important thing about
the words we read or shout.
Now, people don't run races in Iran.
Of course not.
10,000 island dressing. It's made in the Bronx, you know.
Huh.
English isn't spoken just in England.
I should hope not.
And South Carolina's north if you're in Spain. How about that?
Oh.
North Dakota south if you're in Canada. West Virginia's east if you're in Nome.
No?
Can you see what I am trying to tell ya?
I think so.
That words can take new meaning all their own. Come on.
Right.
The meaning, that's what we should always want to know. The meaning is the most important thing about the words we read or shout today.
Get the meaning?
Yeah.
Well, now, what do we have here?
Paul Revere?
Why, are you a red coat?
No, I'm a blonde coat.
Yes, so I see. Well, I'm Paul Revere.
May I call you Paul?
No, you can call me Mr. Revere. After all, you could be a spy. You know, we can't take too many chances. There's a revolution going on, you know.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Oh, you needn't be.
May I ask you a question?
Well, that depends.
Do you know a Longfellow?
Sure, Longfellow, of course. And not only that, I know a short fellow. I know a couple of medium-sized fellows.
Oh, not you too.
Not me too, what?
It's a long story.
I thought you said it was a Longfellow.
I think we'd better change the subject.
Yeah, well, you better run along, young lady. After all, I still got a lot of warning to do.
May I ask you one more question?
Well, okay, but that's two. You know, my horse is double parked outside.
Double parked?
Yeah, you know those colonial meter maids. Oh, they get you every time.
I didn't know you had parking meters for horses.
I can see there is a lot you don't know.
Well, like what, Mr. Revere?
Like the redcoats are coming.
Oh, I know that.
Well, I just thought I'd warn you. The redcoats are coming! The redcoats are coming!
I'm so impressed that you single-handedly warned the people of Lexington.
Well, not exactly.
Did I get it wrong?
No. I did have a little bit of help. William Davies, William Dawes, and Samuel Prescott. Samuel Prescott, William Dawes, to be exact.
You mean you didn't do it all alone?
Well, I did need a little bit of help. Not much, just a little bit. You see, I guess I got all the publicity. It's good for the silver business. After all, if Hancock can write his name on the Declaration...
What?
No, say, listen, I really gotta go because, you know, the British are coming.
I have something very hard to tell you, sir.
Ah, you are a spy. I knew it.
No, sir, but alas, history will have it that you got caught.
Now, darn, I knew this warning stuff would be a hazard to my health.
Yes, they take away your horse and make you walk home.
Well, the horse is no big loss.
Why do you say this?
Well, see, he likes to go one way and I like to go the other.
Oh, I see.
Still, I did make the midnight ride, you know, one if by land, two if by sea.
Well, Longfellow got that part right.
Well, now everybody was going to see me walk home and then the rumors are going to start. You know how that is.
I certainly do. Being in the public eye, people do watch your every move.
Yes, I know. You know, one night a bunch of us all got dressed up for a little Indian reunion. Right away it gets in the papers. We just having a tea party.
Is that how it happened?
Sons of Liberty, I think they call us.
See, right away people get the wrong idea.
You know, rumors like that are gonna ruin my silver business.
I know.
You know, they could say it just the front for the back.
How awful.
Excuse me. The redcoats are coming! The redcoats are coming!
Mr. Revere, may I ask you just one more question?
Well, you better hurry because I am very busy going down in history at this moment.
I'd really like to know more about your silver business.
Why, would you like to buy it?
Oh, no, sir. I didn't mean that.
Ah, shucks. Too bad. I really wanted to open up a pizza parlor.
But, sir, someday your silver will be very, very valuable.
Isn't that always the way? They don't appreciate you until it's too late.
What do you mean?
Well, just the other day, a customer come running into my shop. She all mad like all gal. She's just mad.
Well, why?
Because I put PR on all my silverware.
And?
She screamed, those are my initials. You take them off. You take them off or else I want my money back.
And did you remove them?
Yeah, I most certainly did. I replaced them with BF.
BF?
Ben Franklin. Let her holler at him for a change. Excuse me. The redcoats are coming! The redcoats are coming!
Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Well, you mean besides the redcoats are coming?
I understand you make false teeth.
Listen, we just launched a new ad campaign. Let me run this by you. Not only ornamental, also for real use in speaking and eating.
Oh, that's sure to get them, sir.
Yeah, you really think so?
Oh, yes, sir. Especially the part about eating.
Yeah, I guess that ought to sway a few sales.
How did you ever get interested in silver?
Well, see, I was the third of 12 children. And my father was a silversmith, and with all those mouths to feed, naturally, I got to go work in the shop. Actually, I started in copper plating. But then all this trouble with the British come up, and, well, you might say I traded my hot heart in for a hot conflict.
Oh, it must have been thrilling.
The British are coming! The British are coming!
Oh, you yelled the redcoats before.
Well, it just adds a little variety.
I see.
Listen, why don't you give it a yell?
May I?
Sure, just give it a try. It's really a lot of fun.
Oh, the redcoats are coming. The redcoats are coming.
See? Don't that do something for you?
Oh, I felt so patriotic.
Sure. Listen, I really must go.
Where are you headed for?
Well, I gotta gallop off here, gotta gallop off over there.
Oh, that's heavy.
Well, I admit it takes a bit of courage. Listen, something tell me that you got courage, too.
Do you really think so?
Oh, sure, I know so.
How do you know so, sir?
Because you are standing right in the middle of the street and the British are coming.
What are you saying?
I am saying if I don't get home to my wife pretty soon, I'm going to be wearing my silver instead of making it.
Oh, I don't want another misunderstanding.
No, that's right. Goodbye, little flower.
Oh, Paul. I mean, Mr. Revere. Oh, well, I've had my fun. I'd best be getting back to Toby. I hope he'll forgive me for giving him such a hard time. Toby, he's all that a girl could ever need. Being the all-important boy who fills my dreams. Oh, how can I just go and apologize and tell him I love him, oh, so much today. Don't go away, Toby. I acted so bad when you were here, saying that I would never ever want you near. Oh, please say you still want me to come into your life where the days are bright and happiness will fill the night. Toby, how can I begin to ever say I'm sorry for the things I said to you last night? Forgive me. Say you understand my silly ways. Oh, Toby, forgive me. is something I tend to do too much. Saying whatever that I have to in a clutch. Forgive me for when I say wrong things. Oh, Toby, please say that you will. Oh, oh, oh.
Toby, is Laura still angry? Or is the coast clear?
Oliver, what are you doing?
I just finished eating, and I never like to hear yelling and screaming on a full stomach.
Naturally.
Has she said anything to you?
Well, she told me all about her adventure.
Is it like a fond memory?
Well, she certainly won't forget it for a long time.
Are you possibly talking about good old Paul, Longfellow's friend?
Yeah. How did you know?
Been studying him.
Yeah, what are you studying?
About what an inventor he was. He figured how to roll sheet copper and built the first mill for that in the United States.
Seems we all owe something to Laura. She's the one who inspired us. By the way, Conrad, Longfellow was short.
We don't have to plant our nose inside some stuffy textbook prose at Fifth Street School. 'Cause each and every page of facts are much more fun than Tagger Jacks. 'Cause Fifth Street's our school. History is something that we all know about. We go there and meet the people right face to face. Asking ourselves what kind of folks it takes to be heroes. Kids don't have to plant their nose inside some stuffy textbook prose at Fifth Street School. 'Cause each and every page of facts are much more fun than Tagger Jacks. 'Cause Fifth Street's our school.